His is the most devastating setback of Gervonta Davis's career. Just when it seemed like boxing couldn't get any more unpredictable, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, one of the sport's most feared knockout artists, has been arrested in connection with a new controversy.
Fixing scandal linked to his controversial bout with Lamont Roach.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is now caught in the middle of a major fight-fixing scandal tied to his highly debated match against Lamont Roach. That's right. The same fight that had the boxing world in an uproar has now spiraled into legal trouble for Davis. Fans were already questioning the result, but now accusations are surfacing that the entire bout may have been manipulated. To make things even worse, reports indicate there could be financial evidence linking Davis directly to the controversy.
He didn't get hit with a punch. He didn't turn his back like he wanted to quit. It's just like when you get a thumb in the eye, it's a pop.
He did turn his eye. He did turn his back.
But he didn't turn his back like he was going to quit. Like you've seen some guys turning. He obviously mentioned that he had something in his eye, and it wasn't from a punch. It was time in between the shots. I think that by the time he wanted that, or he took a knee. But I think in the rules it states that you're allowed to do that. If you go back and you read some of the rules, I know a lot of people are complaining about it, but I think it was upheld in New York that it was okay for him to do that. I think part of the rules state that it was okay. As a coach on the other side, I would have.
Yeah. Of course, right? Of course.
But the drama doesn't stop there. Just when it seemed things couldn't get any worse for Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the man who once played a key role in his career, Floyd Mayweather, has completely distanced himself from him. Floyd has finally broken his silence on the controversy, and this time, he's not standing in Tank's corner. Instead, he's making it clear that this situation could mark the downfall of Davis. So, what really went down? Did Davis intentionally influence the fight? Was there money involved behind the scenes? And what exactly did Floyd say that has fans convinced this could be the end of Tank's career? Let's break it all down. The latest reports are nothing short of shocking. Insiders claim Davis is under investigation for alleged involvement in a fight-fixing scandal, one that could shake the entire boxing world.
I'm gonna do me regardless. I told him to leave his mom's and, the people home, and he still brung them. It's crazy, man. It's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad, man. But, it's all love. He been talking a little too much, too. I've been peeping, so, it's close, so we'll see Saturday night.
I mean, he said he feels like you've been talking a little bit too much. What do you take away from that? And do you feel that you have been talking a little too much, or is it just more of a confidence that, I know what I can do?
Yeah, what I'm supposed to say when they ask me questions. What I'm supposed to say?
Yeah.
Oh, he going to do, like, normally 9 times out of 10, the questions start with, oh, Tank's a knockout power puncher, blase. What are you going to do? Yeah, what? Yeah. I'm going to say what I got to say. I know what I can do. That's what I'm supposed to.
You bring your mother?
She right there. You ain't hear her ask, why the fuck was you leave me?
What?
I mean, that's just out her mouth, straight up.
Why do you bring her?
What you mean why I bring her? She love to see me whoop ass. See? I bet. Yeah, what you ain't too shy saying what you gonna do, right?
I am now.
You are now?
Yeah.
Why?
Mom Deuce right there.
Nah.
So what exactly is Gervonta "Tank" Davis being accused of? The controversy started when investigators picked up on unusual betting patterns surrounding some of his recent fights, unexpected shifts in odds, insiders placing massive bets, and fight results that didn't quite add up. However, the bout that truly raised eyebrows was his latest showdown against Lamont Roach. Leading up to the fight, most analysts saw it as a straightforward victory for Davis. Let's be real, Tank has built his reputation on delivering brutal knockouts, and few believed Roach had a real chance. The odds were heavily stacked against him, and commentators were already speculating about Tank's future matchups before the fight even began, but Roach had other plans. From the opening bell, he came out aggressive, outworking Davis and landing the cleaner shots. This was not the fight people had expected. Davis was supposed to dominate, yet he appeared uncomfortable and out of rhythm. The numbers back it up according to CompuBox. Roach threw and landed more significant punches than Davis over 12 rounds. He wasn't just surviving, he was taking the fight to one of boxing's most feared power punchers. As the fight progressed, the momentum clearly shifted. Davis remained dangerous, but he was getting outboxed, and the frustration was written all over his face.
Yeah, man, I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I came.
When Gervonta Tank Davis suddenly took a knee in the middle of the fight, fans were stunned. Yes, you heard that right. The knockout artist known for his relentless power voluntarily dropped to one knee. In boxing, this usually signals trouble. A fighter might be hurt, exhausted, or even considering whether to continue. But what made this moment even stranger? The referee's reaction. No count, no warning, just a quick decision to let it go. It left everyone watching confused, fueling even more debate about what was really going on inside the ring.
I got the
He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. Show these niggas tank. Show these niggas tank. Every time I'm down, he's up there tank.
So what did Tank have to say after the fight? His explanation was unexpected. He claimed that grease from his hair dripped into his eye, forcing him to take a knee to wipe it off. But let's be honest, if it were any other fighter, the referee would have wasted no time starting a count. In boxing, when a fighter willingly takes a knee, it's almost always ruled a knockdown. No debates, no exceptions, that's just how the sport works. Yet, in this case, the usual protocol seemed to vanish, leaving fans with more questions than answers.
On that, I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that fussed.
Despite the usual rules, referee Steve Willis allowed Tank to get back up without issue. No count, no warning, just a free pass to continue as if nothing had happened.
In every single interview, this whole press run, when the fight got announced, I put belt to ass, and you can see that's what I do.
Lamont, you threw more punches and you landed more punches than Tank. How were you able to do this tonight?
What I just tell you, I'm him. I'm telling you that. I'm one of the best fighters in the world, man. And it showed tonight. He probably wasn't welling when he said the grease got in his eye. But if you voluntarily take a knee and the rest start counting, it should be a knockdown. If that's a knockdown, I win the fight. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not banking on that knockdown to win. I just thought I pulled it out.
What happens next?
Shit, I hope we can run it back. I want to run it back for sure. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. And, thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for loving me. Thanks for hating me. I'll be right back on this same very stage again, like I belong.
Congratulations, Lamont. A breakthrough performance. Really putting your name out there.
Thank you.
Let's send it back to ringside.
Everyone saw it, the commentators, the fans, even Tank's own corner realized what had just unfolded. The crowd erupted, social media went into a frenzy, and people were shouting at their screens in disbelief. How could something like this be ignored? Then, in an even more shocking moment, Tank's trainer, Calvin Ford, entered the ring mid-round, something that should have resulted in an automatic disqualification. No coach is ever allowed to step inside the ring while the fight is still active. Yet, the referee didn't intervene. No warning, no point deduction, no disqualification, just another moment that left fans in disbelief. At this point, the controversy had escalated far beyond questionable officiating. Fans weren't just upset about the calls being made, they were calling it outright corruption. Boxing has had its fair share of scandals, but this wasn't just about bad judging or shady commissions. This was about a world champion facing allegations of manipulating the outcome of a fight.
It was a good night for the sport. Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either, so I felt like I won it, the last couple rounds, so it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I could get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight, but it's cool.
Tank, how much does it hurt to have the draw on your record now? And do you think it's going to stand as some sort of like renewed motivation for you, like the guys were saying, as you proceed through these next couple fights?
Yeah, it just put, food to the fire and things like that, fuel to the fire, but it's cool. It's cool. The draw is okay. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Because I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more.
It was only a matter of time before Floyd Mayweather spoke up about this situation. His history with Tank. Complicated, to say the least. Floyd was the one who first recognized his talent, gave him the platform, and helped shape him into a star. Without Mayweather's influence, Tank's rise to the top might have looked very different. But their relationship took a turn for the worse when Tank decided to part ways with Mayweather Promotions.
What dirt? What's the name of it? I'm not sure you got your people. Y'all all stepping, huh? Bring it, man. Nigga, where Derek at? I don't know. He don't like Frank. What that mean? I love Lemon. I don't like Floyd, motherfucker. No, you don't. DJ do the trash talk.
But this time, Floyd isn't holding back. When I say certain things, they say I'm just talking, but I've been in this sport my whole life. I know when something isn't right, Floyd stated. His words carried weight, and this time, he wasn't mincing them. The real question now is whether Floyd is simply voicing his opinion or if he knows something the public doesn't. In another interview, he hinted that he saw this coming. Trust me, I saw it coming. Meanwhile, Lamont Roach and his team refused to back down. After what many are calling one of the biggest robberies in boxing history, they've made their intentions clear. They're taking legal action. Roach's lawyer, Greg Smith, has already filed a formal complaint with the New York State Athletic Commission, demanding the fight's result be overturned. In the letter, Smith argued that Roach was the rightful winner and that the commission's handling of the fight was unacceptable. And honestly, can you blame them? Roach didn't just survive against Tank, he outworked him, landed more punches, and had him on the ropes multiple times. That 9th round knee should have sealed the deal, but instead, the controversy allowed Tank to escape with his undefeated record intact.
When I say certain things, they say, oh, he's hating. There's no different from when I talked about the thing with Gervonta, for instance. When I said that I need all fighters. I said I need all the young fighters that's making money in the sport of boxing. What I need you guys to do is do this. Brother, it's Chrome Heart, Gucci, Louis, Mercedes. We need to take our money and invest in real estate so that we can live that same great life when our careers are over. So I guess that he took it as I guess he's the only one that wears Chrome Heart. He's the only one that wears Gucci. He's the only one that wears Louis Vuitton. He's the only one that drives a Mercedes. And last time I checked, we got fighters all around the world that wear top flight clothes that make.
And let's be honest, when Floyd Mayweather speaks, people pay attention. But the bigger question remains, is he just voicing an opinion, or does he have inside knowledge the public isn't aware of? In a separate interview, he strongly hinted that he saw this situation unfolding long before it happened. I've been around this sport my entire life. When something feels off, trust me, I can see it coming, Floyd remarked. Meanwhile, Lamont Roach and his team are refusing to let this controversy slide. Following what many are now calling one of the most questionable decisions in recent boxing history, they've made their stance crystal clear. Legal action is on the table. Roach's attorney, Greg Smith, has already filed an official complaint with the New York State Athletic Commission, pushing for the bout's result to be overturned. In the legal letter, Smith emphasized that Roach was the rightful winner and criticized the commission's handling of the fight as unacceptable. And honestly, who could argue? Roach didn't just hold his own, he outperformed Davis, connected with more significant punches, and put him under serious pressure multiple times throughout the match. That controversial ninth-round knee should have changed everything. But instead, questionable officiating, whether due to corruption, incompetence, or both, allowed Davis to walk away with his undefeated record intact. Now, Roach and his team are taking a stand, accusing Nysak of what they believe to be an outright robbery. And they're willing to take this case as far as necessary to ensure justice is served.
He gonna come guns blazing, and that's really when it's gonna be.
Get this, Nysak has already admitted to multiple errors. They confirmed that their instant replay system malfunctioned, preventing a proper review. On top of that, the referee failed to acknowledge what should have been a clear knockdown, and Calvin Ford's interference mid-fight should have never been allowed. Yet, despite owning up to these mistakes, the commission is still letting the draw stand. So, what does this mean for Tank? Let's just say things aren't looking good. With his recent arrest tied to fight-fixing allegations and Nysak's errors now under heavy scrutiny, there's a real possibility he could face suspension. And if investigators uncover any solid evidence that the fight was rigged, he could lose his boxing license altogether, something that would mark one of the biggest downfalls in the sport in years. Yes, Gervonta Davis technically kept his undefeated record, but his reputation is hanging by a thread. Lamont Roach showed up that night and proved he was the better fighter, pushing Tank to his absolute limits. Had Nysak handled the situation correctly, there's no doubt Davis would have suffered his first official loss. Now, the biggest question remains, is this the end of Gervonta Davis? Will the legal battles, controversy, and his arrest bring his career to a crashing halt? Or will he somehow find a way to rise from this mess and return stronger than ever? What do you think? Was Roach robbed? Should this fight have been ruled a disqualification loss for Davis? Drop your thoughts below.